Good morning, everyone. It is once again Ted the Speed Learner. I wish I could do a live stream this morning, but unfortunately, I have to go to work. Now, some of you also have to go to work. I understand that. Believe me, I really understand that. I comprehend that totally. But that doesn't change the situation any. Now, for some of you young kids, you're probably getting up right now. You're probably doing chores right now. Your parents have said, hey, you got to do chores. Maybe you're just getting up and getting breakfast. Oh, well. The thing is that I just didn't want you to get bored this morning. Okay, so let me tell you the rest of what I'm going to tell you this morning. All right, I did not want you guys to be empty-handed on Christmas Eve. That's the worst thing that could happen. That's why I'm doing these videos right now, because I don't want you empty-handed on Christmas Eve. So, in half an hour, you will see all new videos, and they're going to come up one at a time, every half an hour, one at a time, okay? You're going to see one after the next, after the next, after the next, okay? So in half an hour, you will see all new videos on this YouTube channel that should keep you entertained while they also educate you. Education? What are you talking about? It's Christmas Eve. Who wants to learn anything on Christmas Eve? Well, why would anybody like to learn on Christmas Eve? Well, let's think about this, shall we? If you're young, you probably have to do chores. You're not going to be playing your video games. I guarantee you're going to be doing chores. You're like, oh man, I really don't want to do chores. Well, I don't want to do them by myself. I don't want to be all by myself while I'm doing chores. Now you say, well, I got my brothers and sisters, but really, how much conversation can you have there? And trust me, if you're playing on that smartphone regularly while you're supposed to do chores, your parents are going to take those smartphones away from you and you are going to do the chores in silence. You don't want that, do you? Okay? And let me put it to you this way. Do you really want to listen to the conversations of your parents all day long? I mean, hearing some of the things they have to say is one thing. But do you really want to listen to them all day long? Really? Do you want to watch the movie A Christmas Story all day long? Now, I'm sure if you've watched it once, you thought it was cute. I'm not in the cute camp. I didn't find it that thrilling or exciting, but maybe you did. But once is one thing. To watch it over and over and over again would get a little intense. That's like having a parakeet in your house just singing all day long. Trust me, after a while, it gets old quick. Okay? So you don't want to do that. So here I am to rescue you. Now, what do? Well, what you do is you tuck away your smartphone, you put in your Bluetooth device into your ears, and I've seen these little Bluetooth devices, they can stick snugly in your ears, and maybe you wear a ball cap or something, or if you're a girl, just have the long hair and they never see it. Either way, as long as they don't see it, they don't know what's on there, okay? And you hide your smartphone somewhere, not terribly far away, because I know Bluetooth only has a certain amount of range. Some Bluetooth devices have a better range than others, but you just kind of hide it somewhere in a corner somewhere, and then you're listening to that, and you're listening to me, and they don't know the difference. Just don't let them know that you're listening to me. Okay? You know my stuff, your parents know my stuff, everybody knows my stuff. It's all educational and entertaining, etc., etc. You get the message. Okay. Now then, besides, think about this for a second. Eventually, your parents are going to they're going to tell you to go to bed. That's right. Your parents are going to eventually say, hey, look, you got to go to bed. Christmas morning's going to come up, and we want to see you bright and early tomorrow morning so we can give you your presents. Well, you're sitting in your bed, and you're thinking to yourself, what am I going to get? What am I going to get? And it's just tormenting your brain. Well, you can listen to me. And the best part about it is that as you're listening to me, then I can bore you to death so you can go to sleep, and then you can learn what you want to learn from me subliminally. You can't beat that. Okay. But what if you happen to be an adult? Well, you may just want to listen to something original. Obviously, you want to pay attention to your kids, but you may want to listen to something original. I mean, how many times can you sit there and watch It's a Wonderful Life? It's a Wonderful Life is a great movie, but how many times can you actually sit there and watch it over and over again? You're just watching one Christmas special to one Christmas movie to whatever. You've seen all this stuff before. You're probably bored. This is all brand new. And this way, you don't have to watch all that boring stuff over and over again. I mean, it's great the first time, but it will get boring very quickly. Trust me. So, what do I plan to cover in less than half an hour? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to review Josh Kirby, Time Warrior. See this? Whoa! Let's try that again, shall we? Here, let's set that over here. Very good. And this? Now this is Planet of the Dino Knights. This is the Human Pets. I forgot you may not be listening to me, so there you go. Alright, and this one is Trapped on Toy World. And this is Eggs from 70 million BC. And this is Journey to the Magic Cavern. And this is Last Battle for the Universe. Okay, so I'm going to review all 6 of these. Alright. Now, I want to tell you a little backstory on this since we're waiting for these videos to suddenly start showing up. I worked at a grocery store years ago, and they had a video department where we rented video cassette recorder cassettes, okay? And at that time, we were only allowed to play G and PG rated movies. We couldn't play PG-13, we couldn't play R, we had to play PG or G, okay? And all that was available to us at the time was Disney animated movies. Right. Timmy the Tooth. Or Josh Kirby, Time Warrior. Well, I think you can about imagine what I started playing. Well, we only had the first 3 episodes. So, what did I do? Well, at that time, Blockbuster was a big thing. So I went over to Blockbuster. I said, look, I would like to see episodes 4, 5, and 6. These would be Eggs from 70 million BC, Journey to the Magic Cavern, and Last Battle for the Universe. Well, they had Eggs from 70 million BC, and they had Journey to the Magic Cavern, but they didn't have it in that particular store, so they actually had to call another store and have the specialist shipped to the store I was at, and then I was able to rent both of those, and I watched them. Well, that still left one more. Last Battle for the Universe. So what to do? Well, I went on to Amazon.com and I ordered it specially. And I had it shipped to my house and I watched it, and that's how I watched the whole thing. Alright, but you guys are very, very lucky. Because if you go to Amazon Prime, you can buy all 6 of these movies, or even rent them, and you can watch them. So either rent them or or buy them and watch them, and once you do, you can watch my reviews, and my reviews will suddenly make sense. Okay? So that's the first thing I'm going to do. Now, any of you guys familiar with the Cinnamon Bear? Alright, in 1937, the Cinnamon Bear premiered on the radio. I believe it was Thanksgiving Day. Of course, Thanksgiving Day back then was a little different than it is today. Alright, so, it premiered. They had 1 episode each and every night from Thanksgiving Day till Christmas. There were a total of 26 episodes. I'm going to review each and every one of them here. They're not going to be separate episodes on my channel. I'm going to review maybe 1 through 10 and so on and so forth. There's going to be like 3 or 4 videos on this. I'm not sure exactly how it's all going to come out yet. That's why I'm starting this right now. And I'm going to review all 26 parts. And I'm going to ask the questions. I know I'll probably never get an answer for this, mainly because most of the people that participate in this particular presentation, they're not around anymore. So I can't really ask them. Okay? But I'm sure that there are some people around that might still have the answer to all this stuff. So I'm hoping that they do. I'm hoping that they'll watch, and maybe we'll get some answers someday on that. Okay. Now, there are a few other surprises coming up. Okay? So, hang in there, folks, because you're going to see a lot of stuff today. Alright? Well, the countdown is going. I'm not exactly sure how much time I spent on this particular video, but I want you to stay tuned because every half an hour until all of them pop up, you're going to see new videos from me. Alright, I will tell you more in less than half an hour, so I'd like for you to stay tuned.